Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Bald and Board Games. I'm Bald.
I'm bored.
And we're going to do a rulebook rundown for you of secret societies.
Plus Merica.
By Garphill Games or by Garphill Games. I don't know if it's supposed to be PH.
Garphill. I think it's Garphill.
Maybe. We'll go with that. It's more fun to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's also the expansion, the Merica Expansion, which we'll be going over, which adds 2 extra factions and another way to play. And then we will show you there is an extra faction that we also got, which is the Werewolf faction, which honestly, I assume one of us will play with when we do our actual playthrough of this as well.
Yeah, so we'll do our typical style is we'll go through the full rulebook rundown, which is our reading of the rulebook, trying to help you understand it. It's not a tutorial specifically, but we'll do it as the base game. At the end, we will go back, we will talk about the Merica expansion and what changes. There's a new board that gets added in, and we'll give that as a separate chapter so you know specifically how to play the game, and then if you bought the expansion, how to do that.
Yeah, keynote on this not being specifically how to play. This is us discovering how to play along with you. So you get to kind of watch us bicker and banter and mess things up just like you would. All right. But like every good game, there is a little story to get you in the mood here. For centuries, Earth's secret societies have waged a hidden war vying for control of the world's territories. But now, a final truce has been agreed. One auction will decide it all. Don't be fooled. This is no friendly peace. Each society will do everything in their power to sway the balance of the auction in their favor. Those who are successful will be able to harness the already existing industry of their countries for their own enrichment, or set the citizens to work on their own nefarious projects. The time has come. Who will control the earth when the final hammer falls? So then the aim of the game of secret societies is to gain the most power by outbidding and outsmarting your opponents to establish your institute as one of the most deserving of total governance. Step into the role of a highly unique secret society equipped with various tools and abilities to help give you an edge over the competition. Over 7 rounds, you will gain income, bid for deeds, deploy agents, start projects, make investments, and seek to control the all-important conferences. Not all lands are created equal. It will be your task to utilize your unique skills and advantages to claim the deeds that best suit your agenda. Now, if you watch the rulebook rundown, I do cover, like it does in here, how to... Sorry, the unboxing. You watch the rulebook rundown. If you watch the unboxing, I do cover how to put together the tuck boxes and all that and everything that is in here as well for you. But if it's confusing at all, go check out the unboxing. I did every single tuck box, so you can see it over and over again. There is also an explanation of our characters in here, which we'll probably read when we go through the actual playthrough. But next up is setup.
Yes. So,
she's like, give me the book.
Yeah.
Book.
Well, for the player thing, it doesn't actually show much here. It just kind of gives you a little story, but we'll read that story for the player.
I was just showing those in there. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
All right. So, setup of secret societies. Place the main board in the middle of the table. That is this board over here on the side of your screen. Sort all of the agenda cards into the correct numerical order by placing them into a pile. That is these. So we have this Secret Societies deck here. So on the bottom, it says literally numerical order. So you just go through. You place those bloop, on the board. Separate the projectiles, which are all of these over here.
The brown ones?
I think it's all of them. No, projects are the small ones. Those are going to be conference tiles. Okay. We'll get to that in a second. Separate the projectiles by their types. There's 2 types, 8 apiece. Randomly place 3 face up on their dedicated spots. So 1 on this side, 1 on that side.
So 3 though.
3 face up.
Okay. No, yeah. Sorry, you said 1 and 1. My mind processed it as 1 tile. That's why I was like, no, 3 of them. And it says face up.
Yes. It's additional tiles if you were playing a 4-player or a 5-player game, which it marks very clearly on the game board here.
Cool. So far, I like the potential variability in this. So there's still 5 of these left over right now.
Shuffle the conference tiles, which are the brown ones. Place one face up on each side of the game board in the conference markers. So round 4 and round 6.
Cool. Face up?
Yes. All right. Place one gray monument per player near the main board. For all other colors, place the required monuments along the bottom. Only place monuments on spaces marked 3, 4, 5 if you're using that amount of players.
Oh, there's next. Oh, interesting. I wonder what that's for.
What?
Oh, so when I was doing the unboxing, there's an additional 3. Right? Oh, there are 3 threes. Never mind. But like this one doesn't have the top on it. It's like it was definitely a manufacturing issue. There's no importance to having it, so there's no point getting replaced because they're all they say the same. But
so we have a 2 and a 4 here.
A 3 and a 4 here.
We have a 3 and a 5 here. The rest is all you. Cool. And then we have 2. Let's put them right here. 2 gray off to the side of the board, 1 for each player.
While we're doing setup, do you want to dip to the back of the book and see if there's changes to setup for a 2-player at all? I assume not so far, because it says 3, 4 on there.
The other change is something over here. Does not affect any of that.
Cool, perfect.
At least for setup purposes.
Nice. There are so we'll read the 2-player differences at the very end. I just want to see right now if there's going to be anything different because we're setting up for 2 players.
It's just a similar to if you watched our origin story playthroughs. There's a dummy deck, so like a sidekick equivalent deck over here. That's the only addition.
Nice. So there we go. And these we're not using, right?
Those we're not be using for a 2-player game. Sweet. So I do like that. Like you have more options if you're playing with more players. That's consistent in a lot of these games where you earn these different types of tiles. Next up,
why are the black pieces always falling on the black carpet?
Shuffle the deed cards. So there is a pile of cards here called Secret Society Deeds. If you have the expansion for Merica, pay attention because those have deeds as well, but they have an American flag in the center. So just keep those off to the side.
If you're not playing with it.
If you're not playing with that expansion. So make sure you keep them separate. So shuffle all those, place it face down near the main board. Each round, certain of those will be revealed. Which we can reveal on the top of this board when we have it. So we can just have the deck on either side.
Did you see on the top of the card it tells you how many of each type of cards in the deck?
Yeah, I saw that.
Pretty nice card counters there.
Yeah. Place all supplies off to the side. So over here.
Oh, I didn't realize you changed the view.
Yep. We'll go back to your view. There you go.
Sorry. I'm trying to show that when I'm showing you.
As soon as you show it, gone.
As soon as you switch it, this goes blurry. So my hand's up in front of it.
Over here, just have your supplies. You can't really see everything, but we just have supplies in buckets.
If you go to the big screen, that's there. But
yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. Kind of. So those you have. The yellow are just coins. The green are little land pieces. The brown are population. The blue are satellites and stars. And these tannish kind of color, gray tan,
they're gray.
Are the satellites. Each player takes 1 player board, takes 1 satellite, takes 1 treasury. Let's see, where's the picture?
I think that's going to be the house, probably.
Yep, that is the house marker. And 6 stars, which are the blue stars in over there.
Interesting.
It is not told us where to put those yet.
I was assuming. I'll adjust it if I'm wrong.
Alright, yeah, so 1 player board. Each player takes 1 player board, satellite, treasury, 6 stars. Okay. Deal 1 random HQ board, which is this small board, to each player. Give them the matching card. We just did this as whatever ones we just took for the purpose of the rulebook rundown. So I have Lethiso, and it's matching card. He has San Marino.
San Marino.
Each player selects a society to play. Collect your tuck box and equivalent pieces.
I am the Stonesmiths.
I am the vampire.
Makes sense.
Each player sets up their play area as pictured on the next page, which I'll read off in a second, remembering to follow specific steps. So some of these boxes have extra setup. Just pay attention to that. If playing with 2 players, give each player a set of dummy cards.
Cool.
See the back of the rule book for additional rules. So we'll just have these here. will explain in a moment exactly what those cards are. Okay, so player board setup. Place your HQ card, that's this card here, above or below your player board into the matching region color. You will gain the indicated industry above or the indicated population below.
Okay, cool. So population is shown there, industry is shown there.
Yeah, I think they flipped this in the rulebook.
Possibly.
Because population's on top, the industry's on the bottom.
Yep.
So if you put it below your board, you're going to get industry. If you put it above your board, you're going to get population.
Maybe, unless like the ongoing effect, you continue to get what's showing.
Well, yeah,
and you gain what's hidden now.
Oh, maybe.
So we'll do it as it says, and we'll correct if it.
Here we go. Hold on. Influence place their issue below their player board game. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
See?
okay.
Yeah, we can't. We do this a lot. When we learn games,
so,
is we immediately assume based on other games we played.
I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna gain 1 population.
And you know what? Just for shits and gigs, I'll do the opposite, and I will gain 1 industry.
Place your satellite, your blue marker, in the leftmost space, which is empty right now. Place your treasury on the leftmost space, which is the number 1. Set aside your 0 card and your 2+H card from your specific faction.
2+H.
These are not available yet, but can be unlocked via projects
and
throughout
0.
the game mode.
Okay.
So you have a bunch of others here, numbered 1 through 6. Those will just be face down on the question mark side, off to the side for you.
Cool. Oh, I assume this is industry. Oh, I get it. That's where the green cube's probably going to end up going into, and then you spend industry for stuff. That's why it doesn't fit in there.
Where did you put the deeds? Oh, they're in your hand still.
Yeah, I've just been giving reshuffle.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, wait, we missed something. I was like, where did this pile go? We also have the trade routes over here. If you have D's on that side, I'll put the trade routes on this side.
Sure.
For now, we'll adjust these accordingly for. We'll put them right here for right now. Just for the purpose of the rulebook right now, we'll do it this way. So you have trade routes. There's 3 stacks. 1-3, 4-5, 6-7. That is not player count. Those are just each individual pile.
That's probably for the round. You play 7 rounds.
Yes. No. So I was clarifying. It's not player count. It's be for the yes. Yeah. So you got keep them separate. Is the information there. And it does say. Does it say shuffle them? It doesn't, but are they different? I don't know.
I say you can probably shuffle them and stack 1 on top of the other and have 6, 7 on the bottom.
They're all the same.
Yeah, so you can probably do the.
It shows it this way. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It shows it as 3 separate piles.
Oh, okay. I see.
So place 1 through 3 face up because that's going to start the game right off the bat. 4 and 5, 6 and 7 face down.
Cool.
You might not use all of them.
No, that makes sense.
Okay. 4.
Score.
4, score 7 music. For the rest of the player board here, you have these little markers.
Yep.
Those will just go in. You have 3 in your player box. Each will fit in a specific slot based on the size of the token. You will take your stars and place them in the star holders.
Oh, that makes sense.
Along the bottom of your HQ board.
So that's good for now.
Place your society's HQ card in the board here.
Done.
Gain the indicated number of coins.
Ooh.
And advance your treasury as indicated. So mine is I would get 2 coins. 1, 2. The coins will go behind your little shield. So we're going to have that shield like off camera over here. So
for right now, they can see it that way.
That's true.
We're doing it.
Yeah, so normally this will be off camera so you can't see how many I have and so on. Yep. And I get 1 movement on the treasury.
I got 3 coins and 2 movement.
Okay. Keep coins hidden. Influencers place their HQ. Okay, we did that. Take your bid card. This is becoming your hand, it says. Your bid card specifically. Players cannot examine bill cards held in opponent's hands.
Makes
Obvious.
Sense. What you got there?
Okay, so you have that stack. We are done with setup. The last thing is, he does not have it, I have it. Some of these, again, calling out, have separate setup. So for me, I have these charm tokens. So mine says set aside 1 charm token. So aside is just going to be over here. This is like my pool of resources.
Yeah, I was using this to put them on there too.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Keeps all organized in one spot.
If playing
Yeah, I
with
like that.
2 or 3 players, return 1 to the box. I have done that already. Somewhere.
You only have 3 to begin with.
No, I have 4. Where did I put it?
Sure, 4.
I did. Don't know where I put it. Find it eventually. Place the others face up in your supply. So this is just going to be a supply side over here. Yeah, I don't know where I put it. Was it under my board? Nope. I definitely have 4.
No, there's 3. Return one of these 3
right
to the
here.
box, isn't it? Oh, okay.
No, it's 1 plus 3.
Okay.
But then it says return one of the remaining 3 to the box.
Got it.
So this is just over there. So my supply, I have 2 available that I don't have yet, but I have 1 set aside here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool.
Setup complete.
All right. Time to get into it.
Before we want to do you want to read your little dude?
So my Stonesmith says you may peek at the face-down deed at any time during the bidding phase and resolution passes. Gain 1 industry or 1 population if outbid on the face-down deed. So if I get outbid, I will get 1 industry or 1 population.
For the vampires, I may peek at a face-down bid card by placing a charm on it, so long as its owner is not already charmed. So you can't keep charming the same person. 1 of your face-down bids must be face-up. Face-up bids may be placed face-down by exhausting a charm token. Refresh 1 charm token at the start of each round. Okay.
All right, so the game overview. Secret Societies is a game of auctioning, resource management, and economic growth. Each round will begin with a new agenda being revealed. That's these here. This is a 2-card spread showing the phases that all players will need to know for the following round. At the end of the 7 rounds, the player with the most power will be declared the winner. So most steps on the agenda are consistent. So we'll reveal the first one here.
Yep.
So most of them are consistent from round to round. There are some steps, however, that only occur in certain rounds or that have slight adjustments made. These varying steps are always presented with red text. Once players know the game better, they often only need to keep an eye out for the red text as a reminder. Phases must be carried out in order, working from top down on the left agenda card, then top down on the right agenda card. What was this?
Trying to put the deeds out. So the deeds are with the deed deck.
Oh, gotcha.
Those are just a static pile of stuff.
The round 3 agenda shown above. Okay, so we have round 1 here. It's talking about round 3. Then we'll go round 3. 2. All right, so 3. So the round 3 agenda shown gives a good indication of what to expect in most rounds. You want to zoom in on that here? Boom. Okay. So the 3 phases appear in all rounds. So start of round, bidding, resolution, growth. 3 phases appear only in certain rounds: event, robotic uprising, and global trade council. All right. So for the start of the round, step 1, you pass the gavel. It says right here. So pass it and gain income, which is skipped in round 1.
Yes.
Passing the gavel, the next player in clockwise direction around the table. They will be the first player this round. All players gain the indicated coins from the main supply equal to the number shown below their treasury, adding them behind their player screen. So it looks like I would gain 3.
Yep, I would gain 2.
Cool. This player would gain 1 coin. Yep. And then it shows the other one getting 6. So gaining income and passing the gavel. So that step 1 is skipped in round 1. We already gained our coins for the start of it. You don't get 3 more at the start. So step 2, which is also going to be skipped in round 1. Players may spend the indicated 1 to 3 coins back to the main supply to take their bid cards in the vault, those that were used in the previous round, back to their hand.
Boom. Shows it right there.
Perfect. Also skipped round 1 because you don't have any bid cards in the vault. Step 3, this is done in round 1. Based on the number of players in the game, place the indicated number of deeds from the top of the draw pile face down in the middle of the table. These must be placed out in the order they were revealed into 1 or more rows on the table. Their order is important for the resolution phase. Allow space after each bid for bid cards to be placed. If robots are played, make sure their drone is set above the 3rd deed.
Okay.
Okay, so those are revealed.
Yep, so this says here, reveal face-up deed cards, 2-player equals 3 deed cards. So we have, oh, that's awesome. For me, because I have Lethisa. Lethisa. I can never pronounce this country's name. But, okay. So then it says place 1 face-down deed card.
Yep, so that's the next thing here. So step 4 is place 1 face-down deed card at the end of the row of rows of face-up deeds. Place 1 face-down deed on top of the draw pile. From the top of the draw pile without revealing it. This will always be the last deed to be resolved during the resolution phase. I mean, Space Saver, you probably keep it on top of the draw pile. Maybe no,
there might be some. Yeah, there might be something you draw from the draw pile.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Actually, it's almost perfectly sized where the top of the game board just fits. Yeah. Almost all 5 stacks if you put them right against each other.
I'm looking here, so there must be to place an order. So I said the leaves, deeds, top of the draw pile, face on the table, more rows. That was important. Allow space around each deed for bid card. Okay. So we'll be placing bid cards around them, so we'll probably put them on them or above them. Anyway. All right. So bidding. Starting with the player holding the gavel and continuing clockwise around the table, each player will take 1 turn to place a bid on a chosen deed. After this, each player will take the second turn in the same manner to place a second bid card of their 2 bids. Each player may place one of them face down. This could be their first bid, second bid, or neither. So very pillars of fate.
Yes, yes, yes.
Of their 2 bids, each... Sorry, I did that already. Placing a bid. When placing a bid, players take 1 bid card from their hand and place it alongside a chosen deed on the table. It does not matter if that player or other players have already placed bids alongside that deed. Placing a bid, players may take 1 bid card from their hand and place it alongside a chosen deed. Yep. On the table, it does not matter if that player or another players have already placed bids alongside. Oh, okay, cool. That's just re-emphasizing the above. After placing the bid card, which could be face up or face down, they may stack coins from behind their player's screen onto the bid card to increase its value. This is a good way to outbid players, but once placed, those coins are effectively spent. Even if a player loses a bid with stacked coins, they will not get those coins back. How many coins they may stack is determined by the bid card being used. This is usually up to 3 coins if the bid card is face up, and up to 2 coins if the bid card is face down. So on a face up bid card, as you can almost see, there we are. See the number there, says 3. Face down says 2, right there by the question mark.
Bullshit. Mine does not say that.
What'd you say?
It says 3 on both sides.
Oh, that's good for you. That means you can put up to 3 coins on both sides.
No, I think it's because of my thing.
I'm just saying.
And I also hate how this is worded on my character. It says one of my face down bids must be placed face up. And it's like, oh, place it face down, then place it face up. Instead of just saying both must be face up.
Oh, yeah.
Because it says you place 2 each round, at least in the first round.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, so other 2 bids, yeah.
So I think it means if normally I can play 1 face down, I have to play all of them face up. If I can play 2 face down, one of those 2 face downs have to be face up for my vampire.
Gotcha.
Unless I use a charm token, and then I can place it face down.
Oh, that's what it's saying, though.
No, I know. It's just the way it was written was weird.
Because it's emphasized, because that probably comes after where it talks to your charm token, right?
The charm token was afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, other way around.
Yeah, because it says face up bids may be placed face down by exhausting a charm token. So it's like, face down, place it face up, but if you place it face up, you can use a charm token to place it back face down. It's just, it's written in a weird order. I understand what it's saying. It's just written in a weird order. It's just saying that, and if I want to place 1 face down, I have to use a charm token, is what it's saying.
Got it.
It's just, it's written very weird using face up and face down multiple times in the same paragraph.
Interesting. Yeah, that's weirded. That's weirded weirdly.
Yeah.
All right, so then you have placing agents as well here.
Max. Oh, actually, it says max 1 face down bid per person, at least in this round.
Mm-hmm. Agents are special tokens that players may unlock via a project on their player board. If players have agents, they must place them both on their first turn during each bidding phase. Each agent must be placed alongside a different deed. This can be for face-up or face-down deeds. During the resolution phase, players will have the opportunity to move one of their bid cards along with any stacked coins to a different deed where they have an agent. Cool.
What?
So, if you have these unlocked, if you have any of them, you have to put them down above essentially one of these. It says during the bid phase, so your must be placed. During the resolution phase of those bids, a player can move their bid card and all of its coins stacked on it to a different deed where you have your agent above it. So like, if I put him here and I had this here with coins, and during the resolution phase, I was like, okay, I'm losing that one. I can then move it over here.
Okay.
This is during the resolution phase, yeah.
Watch it.
Along with that coins, cool. So that it gives an example of
right to you.
Yeah, right here. Boom. Of like how to look, having the bids out and everything. So you have all these characters here. So above is an example of a highly contested auction for the United Kingdom. Influencers have bid 2 with stacked 3 coins for the total value of 5. So 2 plus 3 is 5 there. The Stonesmiths have placed 2 bid cards. Boom, boom. We know they have a face-up value of 1, but the face-down bid card is a mystery, so we don't know what that one is. Meanwhile, the robots over here also have a face-down bid card with 1 stacked coin. Could that face-down be a 5, making their total 6 to beat the influencer? Who knows? And to make it even more interesting, influencers also have one of their agents here, meaning that they could bring another bid card over. Or will they abandon this auction entirely and move their bid card and its 3 stacked coins to wherever the other agent is? Pretty cool. Okay. So during the resolution,
you're gonna
put it there.
Put some stuff out. I kind of like this takes a lot of table space doing it that way, but actually, I know we only have 2, and I have to play face up because I'm a person. Okay, cool, that works.
Once the bidding phase has been completed, it's time to resolve all the auctions. Step 1, retrieve unused bid cards, which is obviously skipped in round 1. So players would take all their bid cards in the vault back to their hand. Okay, we don't have anything in our vaults right now. Cool. Step 2, resolve agents in turn order. It says skipped for round 1. Interesting.
We don't have agents unlocked yet.
Oh, agents are these. Bid cards, agents. Bid cards, agents. Got it. So, resolve agents in turn order. So, starting with the player holding the gavel and continuing clockwise around the table, plenty players with agents may move one of their bid cards along with any stacked coins on that card to a different deed where they have an agent.
Yep.
This does not count as placing a new bid and therefore does not trigger any bidding related effects or abilities. Regardless of whether or not they choose to move a bid card, that player then returns both their agents to the supply for the use in the next round. Emphasis, it says 1 bid card. So if you have 2 agents out there, you can only move 1 of your bid cards. You can't move multiple to the different agent spots. Cool. Then step 3, now you resolve the deed cards in order. So players now resolve the auction for each deed in order. This is why it is important that the players place out in one or more rows to determine the resolution order. What? Now players resolve the auction in deed order. Got it. This is why it's important that they are placed out in 1 or more rows to determine the resolution order. So it's talking about having space here, so you're going to go top and bottom. They have top and bottom.
Interesting.
So they have top, and then this should probably resolve.
Had like left, top, and right.
They have it like that. So you guys can just kind of see. So then you have like the top row, but you can also just do different rows in general.
Yeah, the example didn't have a bottom. Interesting.
It's just saying in general to have different rows.
But I'm trying to. Like,
so this.
I guess the resolution. Once we understand what the resolution does, it'll make more sense.
Yeah. So we'll see here.
Yeah.
So there's still different rows here, like how we were doing it. They said it's just important to have.
It clearly
bid number 1, bid number 2.
Sure.
That's what they're going for. Okay. When it's time to resolve an auction, first reveal any face-down bid cards. The player with the highest total bid value, printed values plus stacked coins, wins the auction. They now have the choice to buy the deed. If they do not wish to buy the deed, it is then offered to the player with the next highest bid value. If no players buy it, return the deed to the box.
Okay.
If there is ever a tie for the highest bid, the player seated earlier in turn order for the round wins the bid. So closest to first player. So the winner of the auction must pay the total printed value of all their bid cards placed alongside the deed. See all steps outlined on the next page for winning an auction. Okay. All the players who had at least one bid present, including those that may have declined to buy the deed, return any stacked coins on their bid cards to the main supply. They then resolve any loss effects on the bid cards they had played for the deed and return all their bid cards from alongside the deed to their hand.
You skipped one important thing of the symbols. A winner is a thumbs up, and a loser is a thumbs down. Oh, it's specific on the card.
Oh, is it? Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
Let's give it symbols over here.
Thumbs up is winning.
Yeah, so, thumbs up, like, boop. Right here is a thumbs up symbol. That is, if you won, that's what happens.
You get this.
Over here, you have thumbs down, so if you lost, that'll happen.
Yeah, so specifically relating to the blue on the bottom here.
Yes.
So there's no loss effect for this deed card.
There's no win effect for these two.
Yep. Once an auction has been fully resolve the next deed on the row. When reaching the final face-down deed, turn it face up before resolving it. So you'll turn them face up as you're going through each row. So once an auction has been fully resolve the next deed on the row. Okay. So it's just that's the row of deeds.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, I don't see it doesn't seem like it matters.
No, I think what it matters here is like it says I get the option to buy it, right?
Yeah.
So if I don't buy it, even though I won, if I don't buy it,
yeah,
then it would go to the next person in the row of that deed.
No, it says next highest deed, like amount.
Oh, sure.
So not the next person.
Oh,
so whoever bet the next highest gets the choice.
Yes, I don't know why those would be playing. Why would it matter? Because each of our character cards are separate.
Yeah. Players now resolve an auction deed in order. This is why it's important that they are placed.
Resolve deed cards in order.
One or more rows. Oh, okay. They're talking about deed cards.
The deed cards have to go in order.
Sorry, their example confused me because they did like the weird stacking. Which did before. Yeah, so these are important to be in a row because it goes.
So these can literally just sit like that.
Yeah.
Or we gotta see the symbols on the bottom. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like that. There we go.
And so these just go in order across.
Yeah. So if you set it up just like we have, it's the easiest way. You just go left to right.
Okay. All right. Bid card win/lose effects. Win effect, return this bid card to your hand rather than placing it into the vault. So that was mine that we saw earlier up here from ago. So this means it goes back to my hand instead of going to the vault if I won. Then we have, do we have any of those up there?
Mine are the, oh no,
so
mine lose effects.
Yeah, so I have this one here, which is a win to advance your satellite one space, which is the blue marker. Or if I lose, I'd gain 1 coin. So all these on here that have coins, losing, gain 1 coin, gain 1 coin, gain 1.
The satellite.
That's not a satellite. These are satellites.
That's
industry.
Industry, yep.
Yep. So are we not supposed to start with one of these then? Because you said satellite when you gave this to us.
I did. Satellite, yep. No industry. Yep.
Yeah. Just make sure, you know.
That's
each player takes 1 player board, satellite, treasury, and 6 stars.
Yeah.
Yep. There we go.
That makes more sense.
So satellites are the blue markers on your board. Industry are these guys here, which makes sense.
So you got that from that. I got the population from that. Okay.
Correct. Okay. Boom. So in general, if you ever have the mark on the bottom of the card, it's always something you're gaining. It's just whether you win or lose if you gain that. Okay. So the vault. The vault is a dedicated area near the main board that you must place your bid cards when winning auctions with them. Note that your 2 bid card is never sent to the vault.
Which is why that symbol's on it.
Oh yeah, because it goes right back to you. Nice. You can spend coins to retrieve bid cards from the vault at the start of each round, or retrieve them for free at the start of the resolution phase. Bid cards in the vault are face up for all players to see.
Yep, so you know what other players have used. And the start of the resolution phase means you can't use them in that bid cycle for that round, but you'll get them back at the end of the bid cycle.
That's nice. So you can pay to get them earlier to ensure you have them to use if there's something up there you really want your high values in there.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so then steps for winning an auction. So you have to pay the coin values indicated on all your bid cards used to win this deed card. So at the very top, the bid value
is the big number,
which you would have to pay. So you have to be able to pay that too. Seems like in addition to whatever you stacked on there. So return any stacked coins from the bid cards to the main supply. So what I just did here, I put 2 down, and then if I won this one, I have to pay the additional 1 coin there because I'm bidding with that 1 coin that I have.
Yep.
And I would put that back to main supply as well.
Right here. Boom. I pay 1. I win that bid. Oh, sorry.
Exactly.
And coin gone. Okay.
Cool. So then resolve any win effects from the bid cards, returning all bids alongside the deed to the vault, if it's one that goes into the vault. So like these would go to our vault space, wherever that it would be.
It says side of the board. It'll be all like a big pile. Everyone's will be in the same pile or grouped together.
Sure.
So you can all see them together. So, yeah, we'll have them somewhere.
Yeah.
Easily legible during gameplay.
Yeah, we'll probably have them like right here.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Then place the deed above or below the player board into the matching colored region. So whichever one you want. Those. Boom. Okay. After placing the new deed, gain any land indicated on the deed along with the industry if placed above or population if placed below. Then resolve all the following effects that apply in any order that you wish. So if I decided to put this up top again, I would get 1 industry and 3 land.
Yep. So I'm going to get 3 land, 2 industry. Boom, boom.
Cool. All right, so if the deed was an island, resolve any effects that you have related to gaining islands. This is from HQ boards and any unlocked star abilities for islands. Examples like Madagascar, New Zealand are both islands.
Yes, they are.
I don't understand.
Greece, not an island.
Oh, it's right here. It's on your board.
Yeah, no, I was going to bring out the cards to see what this.
Yeah.
Malta is an island. Yeah, so here on Malta's card, if you see it right next to the word Malta, or the indication for Malta right there is the little island symbol, that will correspond to the island symbol here, so you would gain 1 land. And then there's some stars. If you unlock that star, you can gain some other stuff, which will be covered shortly, I'm assuming.
Very cool. All right, so then then if you have a satellite on yours, nope. Cool. I assume it's going to be next to the names on all of them.
Probably.
So then for satellites, so advance your satellite space for each border your new deed card shares with your previously acquired deeds, gaining the rewards for each space your satellite moves into. So are these borders? Or is it the color? So example.
Yep.
Let's see here. Illuminati has just acquired United States deed, as indicated by the flags and initials. This shared a border with both Canada and Mexico. Okay.
So real life borders.
Which they already have.
Canada.
Oh, okay, so it's the same color.
Okay.
So matching colors. Borders are colors. Cool. They will therefore advance their...
Hold on. Move your hand for a second. What does it say right there? Canada. It's on the card.
Oh, it's on the card. Yep.
That's all I have left. So perfect example. I can just do this right now. So I have, boom. I had Lethesno to start. That's sitting down here. I just got ZAF, which is South Africa. Boom, it says it right there. So that would trigger, and I get to move my satellite 1 over.
Yep. 1 space for each border your new deed card shares with your previously acquired deeds.
Yes.
So
I had it.
If I had these 4 and I got this one, then I would get 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. This is why I got that card. I assumed something like that would happen.
Very nice. So they were therefore advanced their satellite track 2 spaces, gaining 1 coin and 1 star from each satellite track. So it looks like whenever you end up on, no, it's whatever space you end up on. So you get a star.
Oh, sorry. So I get a star, which I'm assuming is going to unlock something up here. Let's move it right there for now.
Okay. All right. So then if there is a boat on them, so the deed was the 4th card added to a row above or below the player board. So the 4th card gains you a trade route. Does it say on there anywhere?
No,
it says 6.
6.
Cool. Whatever that is. Points at the end, probably. So if it's the 4th card added to your pile above or below, you gain a trade route from the face of pile, placing it as the 5th card in that row. Also gain any industry or population from that card as normal. You can complete multiple rows above and below your player board.
Okay, so it'll be 4 above or 4 below, then you put it, so not combined between the 2.
Exactly. And then wherever you place it, if you place it above, you get industry, below you get population.
Makes sense, because that's the symbols.
Cool. And it says here, example, when I place the United States deed above their player board, they will also be taking cards from the blue region in the 2nd row above to complete a row. And they'll take a trade route placed above the player board in the blue region. if this deed was the 4th card added... Oh, to the row, not column. I'm thinking column. So, row.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, above and below is still separate.
Yep. Got it. And there's 5. Okay. So then it can be the first card that goes into a column. So if we had 1, 2, 3, 4, I could take it and put it here, there.
Yeah. So it'll help you complete the row.
Got it. Okay. Catching up. So then gain any monuments that you qualify for having a certain number of cards in a particular region. Each player may only have a single monument of each color. So those are essentially group objectives then here as well, it looks like. So if you ended up getting, so you right now actually get this.
I don't have, they're separate. Is it combined?
No, it says gain any monuments that you qualify for from having a certain number of cards in a particular region.
Oh, in the region, okay.
Each player may only have a single monument of each color.
Boom. So I get this. This would just...
No, there's a spot on your board for monuments. I think it's going to be right here in the sector. Yeah, it's right there. Yep.
Boom. And that covers up a marker, which is going to say, look at these things.
So then again, you use the United States, giving the Bobo 3rd card. The monument they'll place next to the purple, blue monuments they already have, getting 1 coin. Yep. So whatever you put it on, you gain immediately. Whatever the benefit is.
Yeah, my benefit.
Cool. So the end game scoring looks like all the brown markers as well as whatever's there. Very nice. Cool. And then stars. So there are also a variety of other effects and the abilities that could trigger, such as from gaining stars, projectiles, society cards, etc. Which went over beforehand, all that stuff there.
So boom, you activate a star, and now that ability is available.
Gaining stars will be next in a moment here as well. So resolution continue. When placing new cards, lay them so the cards being covered still show their colored bar, flags, and initials. This is important for knowing the number of cards in a region and for identifying connecting borders between deeds. So you don't even need the names, you just need the flag and the symbol inside. There are plenty of effects that can chain into other effects. Some HQ boards give immediate monuments, islands, and trade routes. Society abilities and projectiles may affect various aspects of an auction's resolution as well. If there are any uncertainties around timing, keep in mind these key steps to abide by. Always resolve costs before resolving effects and benefits. If you gain an ability that triggers when gaining something, but it was the gaining of that thing that gave you the new ability, that ability does not trigger retroactively. Yeah. So if you get something new that says, oh, you get to do this when you do this thing, and if you just did that thing, you don't now get to do this.
Makes sense. Order of events.
Yep. Resolve PEMDAS. Resolve all effects as they occur to be sure they are carried out correctly. If multiple effects occur at once, you may resolve them in any chosen order.
Cool.
Important. All steps for winning an auction must be completed before the auction for the next deed is resolved. In some cases, however, players can continue if the winning player only has decisions remaining that won't impact the resolution. Okay. Sure. Yeah. So resolve everything unless it's like them just making a choice. If it doesn't affect the next auction, you can move on to the next auction. Step 4, constellation. Any players that gain no deeds during the resolution phase gain the indicated constellation on the agenda card. This will be to gain a certain amount of land, population, or industry in any combination. Cool. Let's say constellation, no? There are a number of ways that your satellite can advance along the track. Just kind of going over satellites. For every space it moves, you gain the indicated reward. Should it reach the end of the track, gain 1 coin for every additional space. You would advance instead. Rewards include getting stars, coins, population, industry, and advancing treasury on this track. Constellation.
On the agenda card.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at the deed.
Yeah, so players that gain no deeds gain any of those. So two times you can either get 2 land, any order you get 2 of these. You can pick 2 of the same thing or 1 of 2 different things. Land, population, industry.
Got it. Perfect. Cool.
So if you didn't have the cost to pay for a deed or you got outbid across the board, boom.
Essentially, it keeps you in the game. That way, if someone keeps winning deeds, there isn't like, okay, there's no way I'm going to catch up now, which is good. You need that for something like this. All right. Gaining stars. There you go. When getting a star, take the leftmost star from along the bottom of your HQ board and place it onto any one of the star spaces in the top of your HQ board that does not already contain a star. Some effects are immediate, indicated by the lightning bolt icon within the star space. Spaces without this icon are ongoing abilities which become active when a star is placed there. So for yours, that is whenever you get an island, you can convert a coin into a satellite
movement. Yep.
Essentially, it's like pay a coin to do it, probably.
Pay a coin, yep. So I would normally I get the land. Boom, that still happens. But now I can also pay a coin and move my satellite over 1.
Which is great. If you pay a coin, move it on to another coin.
Yeah.
And then here it looks like whenever you gain a trade route, you gain population and industry.
Here, trade route 6-7
is open to you, maybe.
Maybe then it becomes open. It's a lightning effect. No, it's a lightning effect. So I put it there. I automatically get a 6-7.
Oh, nice.
God damn it.
6-7. Here it comes. Here it comes.
2 land here. This is 2 population or 2 industry, and then 2 coins and this trigger, which we haven't gone over yet, but these are these 2 things up on top here on the left and right hand side.
Or you're gonna you should probably end up collecting those and put them in your spots here.
Yeah, but I'm wondering like
interesting.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's gonna go over
those.
That's
cool. Oh yeah. Oh, these are so putting them in there. It looks like they're gonna be so this is gonna be end game scoring. So 1 per blah 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 with a max probably of this. Yeah. And that's
so I'm gonna take this one right now because that is what this covered.
Nice.
So then that goes there. So there's only 2 spots available. There's 6 of these total. So you have to pick wisely which 2 do you want. Yeah. Or no, actually no. There's only 1 available of each type.
Yeah. So we'll see. So we'll get there in a minute. All right.
Okay. So the quick recap, because I know that's a lot of information.
Yeah.
Again, these little cards here for the agenda are very clear, which is nice. So very straightforward. You have your bid cards out here, or you have your deeds out here. You use your bid cards face down 1, face up 1. Unless your faction says otherwise or society says otherwise, you go through. When you resolve, you would resolve in completion. So here, I paid 1 coin. I resolve this. This goes to the vault. That was my card. Doesn't matter. I get this card. I place it into my player board, gaining the benefit that's getting covered, gaining any type of additional benefit in full. So I do all of that before we move on to deed card number 2. Then do that for deed card 2. Then do it for deed card 3. Once all of the deed cards are complete and resolved, if a player did not resolve any deeds and win any of them, then they can choose these benefits listed here. If you have stars that you gain, add those abilities. Do not retroactively gain those abilities, but from that moment forward. If you have satellite movement, gain whatever it covers. If you have treasury movement, it could gain you more coins by overcoming those spots. And then pay attention to the monuments. If you have enough in a certain color scheme to match or exceed that number, pick it up, add it in, gain that ability as well. Yeah, so it's a lot of our love for like Euro games.
Yeah.
A lot of comboing where it's like, okay, I'm going to gain this deed card, which is going to unlock this and give me this gold. Well, now I can use that gold on another deed card that I bet over here because I needed 1 more gold. And then I can gain something else to gain a monument. So it's all about balancing all of your resources with stacking things. So very fun.
Yeah, because again, you go through the entire resolution phase for each deed before you go on to the next deed.
Which means what you gain on deed 1, coin-wise, can be used on a future deed.
Yes.
Of that same round, yeah.
And then as just another clarifying thing as well, if you lose the deed, you get your bids back to your hand.
Yes, they don't go to the vault.
It's only when you win that they go to the vault, unless it's the one that says they don't.
Correct.
Were you picking up at events? Or
no, go for it. I'll take the top of the growth.
Okay. All right. So there are events in rounds 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The round 1 event allows all players to gain 1 land or 2 coins.
You get 2 coins.
The round 3 event allows players to perform 1 trade as indicated on the agenda card. The round 5 event allows players to exchange up to 2 resources, so land, industry, population, or coins. So those are your resources. Keep that in mind. Land, population, coins, and industry.
Yeah, so right there, that's round 1. Literally say get this / or get that. Round 3, trade. So whatever's on the left-hand side, spend that to get what's over there.
Nice.
And then round 5, right here, is
boom,
going through that.
So you're exchanging up to 2 resources and potentially gain benefits based on how many cards they have above and below their player board.
Yep.
Players with 10 or more cards gain no benefits other than the 2 optional resource exchanges. Okay. In rounds 4 and 6, there are conferences.
That's these large brown tokens.
And that's what they're going to go over right now. Round 4 conference. The player or players that have accomplished the most of the indicated goal on the left conference tile gain 1 gray monument, which they immediately place into their player board, gaining the covered rewards. Cool. All other players gain the indicated constellation on the left conference tile. So then it gives an example.
If you want to flip over like 4 pages, it'll go over all of them. You can just go over these 4.
Well.
Easier. Right there.
Bang. Got this guy here. Thumbs down too. Cool. So that one is have the most cards below your player board. Cool. So then, boom. The constellation is gain 2 population. So whoever has the most cards below their player board would get the gray monument, and they put it onto one of their monument spaces.
Yep. So this, for ease, we'll just put here and here.
Okay. Yep.
Yep. So yeah. So if you didn't lose or didn't win this, boom, you get 2 populations. So same thing. Even if you're losing bids or deeds or these, you're still getting something back out of it.
Yep. Just say the player or players that have accomplished the most in the indicated goal.
To tie win situation.
That's what I'm looking at here. Player or players. The most indicated goal on the left of the conference tile gain 1 grid monument, which they immediately place into there. So, I mean, for 2 player, let's say it's only 1. Because it said just put that equal to the number of players to the side.
Yeah.
Over there. Okay. So then we have the round 6 conference. The player or players that have accomplished the most of the indicated goal on the right conference tile gain either 1 colored monument that they don't already have, taking a monument of the highest value from that color.
Highest value. Wow, impressive. Okay.
1 gray monument if they don't already have one.
Yeah. Ah, there you go.
Or advance their satellite space.
So that means this can go. So these are just sitting here, so we can both take it here.
Yeah.
And then we wouldn't take it over there.
Right.
Okay. So these, yeah.
Yep. If they take a monument, they must immediately place it into their player board, gaining the cover rewards.
Which is interesting, since there's 7 monuments now. If they're gray, there's only 6 spaces. So it means you don't have... If you get every single color plus gray, you're shit.
What also depends on if you actually hit this.
No, I'm just saying, if you do, you could get 7, but there's only 6 spots.
Yeah. But then it just stops someone else from getting it, though. That's kind of the other benefit there, then.
Oh, no, yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, I agree. I was like, why not just have 7 spots, though?
Yeah.
You can maximize your shit.
True. Okay. All players getting a constellation. Again, so for this one here, the top is have the most deeds in a single region. Okay. And then constellations gain population, gain 1 industry. So most deeds in a single region. Okay. So I guess if...
I wonder how you determine what region it is. Oh, does that help at all? What,
All players that qualify for the conditions in the top half of the conference tile gain the reward indicated below on the tile on the main board. All other players gain the constellation indicated on the bottom half of the conference tile. So I mean, what's going to end up being? So like, there's probably a good chance of like, so where it'd be like 2, 2, 2, 3, 1, and then you may have 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, and then only you would get that because you're the only person out of us who has the most. But if it's like I have,
but I'll say if
I have 3 in red, and if you have 3 in blue, then I would get it and you would get it. Because we each have the most in a region. Yeah. Cool. Oh, that's a new dog. Recognize that bark out there. All right, so we have the robotic uprising now. So this phase occurs at the end of round 4 and is only relevant if robots are in the game. So there's a robot faction that you can be playing as.
Yep. RBT.
Yep. It is simply a reminder to turn their drone to its opposite side. Cool. So they have a phase in round 4. That's nice. It's like a reminder to say, hey.
They'll probably say it on their card or faction card anyway.
Yeah. Then we have the Global Trade Council. So the trade cards coming into play here. So when this phase occurs, turn the current pile of trade routes face down and turn the next pile face up. So the number of the fronts and backs of the trade routes indicate the rounds in which they're used.
Boom. Yep. And now this here, so in rounds 1, 2, and 3, you would gain 6 VP. It looks like I'm pretty sure that's what that's going to indicate. We'll find out in just a second. But here in 4, 5, you get only 3 VP, but then you get the population or whatnot.
Okay, so in these ones you actually don't get the population industry.
Here you get 3, here you only get 1. So the longer it takes to get a trade route, the less VP it's going to give you.
So it's giving you, so it's trying, so that's kind of cool. So you could go to like just max out a single line to get all this up, but this is incentivizing you to do, I just said line, I didn't say row.
Well, you like pointed here.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Column. I'm talking about a line. So you're just saying is you could go for like 1 column, but this is incentivizing you to go for a row.
Yeah.
Just like rule.
I thought you were explaining like, oh, get a column. Like, you don't get it from a column. You get it from
crazy
row.
that we do this while talking too. Instead of just reading the rule book, like trying to predict what they're gonna say. Like, no, you're wrong. But well, no, never mind. Yeah. So that gets flipped over. So then, if you need to save space, you can stack them all. Just don't mix them up, and then during like round 4 or 5, put the 1 3s on bottom. Yeah. But
we got space.
We are good. Okay. So then, before I hand this back over, we have gating project tiles. So you can gain projectiles from one specific star space. And when gaining your first monument, from one space, so from a star space and from gaining a monument. Those are how you get your 2 tiles onto your board. Yep. To resolve this effect, take one of the projectiles available on the main board and place it into its designated space on your player board. The top space is for an immediate effect projectile, and the other space is for an endgame scoring projectile. You may only have one of each type.
Yep.
For both types, gaining the projectile is only half the process. In order to benefit from these tiles, you must still start that project by spending the required land and population during the growth phase,
which we'll cover in a second.
You can, however, do this process in any order. So you can activate that project, it sounds like, and then you can get the tile and put it there. So the player gained immediate projectile. They'll need to spend 3 land, 3 population before resolving, blah, blah, blah. If multiple players were to gain a projectile within the same growth phase or event phase, those seated earlier in turn order have priority. So let's look at the tiles here.
They're all self-explanatory mostly. Like 4 land, 3 gold. This is 2 satellite spaces.
Yeah, it looks like it must be. So then this is purely endgame scoring for the 2.
And it looks like unless we randomly got these, these are all lightning. Yeah, so the lightning ones are instant, just pay off once. These are, it looks like for each pop or each victory point required here, you got a, what is this, the star? Yeah, so each star unlock.
Yeah, so it looks like you in general just get victory points for having these tiles, and then you additionally get 1
so it's
per
all
whatever.
end game scoring. Yep, so 1 per
star.
Like
this here is 1 per 2 projects.
Yeah.
1 per income scoring space your treasury has been reached.
Which is the little markers, and it's very clear. Like, hey, it has a marker above it. Cool.
Yep. Easy peasy. All right.
All right, now, this would be my favorite part of the game, I think.
Growth. Yeah, this is going to be where you're like unlocking projects and figuring out your combos.
100%. All right, so growth. And we'll go right to your board here to show this off. So again, each round there's phases. So we have the start of round phase, which is recycle everything, get cards back, whatever. The bidding phase of resolution, which Nick just fully covered. So now the final phase is the growth phase. During this phase, all players simultaneously use land, industry, and population to make investments and start projects. It's also possible that players may gain more trade routes, monuments, stars, and other effects. In most cases, these can be resolved simultaneously. If there's ever a conflict of timing, see the notes in orange on page 13 and 16. Usually it's going to be turn order. Yep. When we do this on stream, we'll do one player in full in turn order and then the other, so you can fully see what's happening. Once all players have completed their growth phase, move on to the next phase. So first, using land. So land are your little green tile or tokens.
Yep.
Making investments and starting projects require land to be permanently placed onto your player board. How much land needed is indicated by the physical size of the investment or the project space. This is always between 1 and 3 land.
Yep, pretty self-explanatory. It goes 1 to 3 all the sides. So I was showing you 1 fits here, 2 fit here, 3 fit there.
Also, those fit in these spaces up here.
Yep.
1, 2, and equivalently 3. If there's any additional land, industry, or population costs indicated in the space being filled by land, these must be paid back to the supply. So those would leave your board and just go back to supply.
What was that? Sorry?
If there's something else that says you owe land, like on a tile, you pay it back to supply it.
Got it.
So region investments. Region investment at the very top of your game player board require 2 land to fill. They also cost 1 additional land, which is boom, one additional land to be spent per existing region investment. So if you already had 1 complete, they would cost you 2 here and so on.
Okay.
1 additional.
It says right here.
1 additional per. Yeah.
Yeah. So right here on the board too, it says X equals per existing region investment.
All right. So the first one would be cost 0, 2 plus 0, then 2 plus 1, 2 plus 2, and so on.
And then this here says per card in that region. So I don't have any.
Oh yeah, we are. That's what we.
Yeah, I don't have any cards there, so I don't know if I have to have cards to be able to invest.
And 1 industry per card in the region being invested into.
So I don't have to.
No, so if you did it before, so if you did it before you had cards, then it's cheaper.
Right, so I don't have to pay this because that was 0. But now, if I was going to go do this, I have to pay 1 of these because there's a card there. I have to obviously put 2 of those in there, but now I have to pay an additional 1 because there's already an investment there. And I believe you don't have to go from left to right to do any of them.
Correct. It just says, based on the region. Projects, which are the 3 columns at the bottom, require between 1 to 3 land. You already showed that off.
Yep.
Treasury, which is the middle right there. Nope, one down. That one.
This is industry, isn't it?
Treasury investments. Is investing for your treasury. Require between 1 to 3 land. Same thing you showed off. 1, 2, and 3 based on spacing.
Oh, okay, yeah. So these are all 1s here.
Yep.
This one, interesting. That's like a big slot. Oh, I need 2 there to be able to get the 10, but I can do 1 at a time.
Yeah.
Where this one doesn't have the spot, so I have to do 2 at once for this guy here.
Exactly. All right. Region investments. So back to the top. They use land and industry. They reward 2 power at game end for each card in that region. And it very specifically shows that.
Right there, yep.
And it gives an example here. So it's pretty straightforward. You get 2 per card in that column.
Yep.
Treasury investments, that middle thing we just went over. Use land and industry to advance the treasury along its track. You may fill treasury investments in any order you wish.
Oh, interesting.
When making a treasury investment, immediately advance your treasury 1 space along its track, which shows right there.
Mm-hmm.
If it moves onto a space showing a coin, gain 1 coin. So that's how you're going to get your treasury to move, is by investing in that bar. So other than your starting one that you have on your player card, the way to move the rest of this is by investing in that treasury.
I wonder why you would ever invest in the ones that give you -4 and -3.
It's going to take the highest number, I'm assuming. Nope, it won't. Oh, no, I think it might. I think it'll take the farthest number. We'll find out in a second.
Because you have another -1 over here.
Yeah, no, maybe it's because you invested too much in trade. I don't know. We'll find out here.
Yeah.
We're trying to predict again.
Yeah, sorry.
Advancing along the treasury track not only rewards some coins along the way, it earns power at game's end, but it also increases how many coins you gain as income at the start of each round.
Yeah.
When filling both treasury investments that link to a reward above, gain that reward immediately. So 2 population or 1 additional treasury advancement, for example, is one of them. So over here. Note that both do not need to be done at the same time or even in the same round.
So if I did this one and this one, I would get 2 population.
Let's see. Examples will tell me in a second. Oh, you can do these in any order you want.
Yeah, that's what they said. So I can start here.
Yeah, so it says, if look at the very end line.
Yeah.
So it says if you put the 3 there, you will advance your treasury 1 space normally. You will advance it 1 additional space because it has the marker directly above it, right there. So you advance normally once.
Yeah.
You advance the second one because you just have this marker here.
I thought you had to have both sides covered.
Nope, that's
what's showing right here. It's putting the other 3 down.
Oh, it's putting the other. Okay, so one, yeah, because you're covering the middle gap.
Yeah, so you need to cover both of those.
Yeah. So normally you'd get 1. Now you've covered both, so you get the second one. Also note that the left space is going to cost 1 power at game's end, while the right space gains 2 power. Okay, so you would lose.
Oh, that's the balance. So here, this says -4 because there's no cost. You can just do it. So you'll get the advancement, but the caveat is you're going to lose 4 at the end.
Yes.
And then here again, easy to get these 2 population by putting it here. 1, 2 with the 3, but then you're going to lose. Okay.
Yep. So you got to balance the cost of being able to put stuff there versus mid-game benefits versus end-game benefits.
And you have to spend the industry as well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So you spend whatever you're covering up.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then anything with the little, again, all of these are end game scoring. You won't do it until the end of the game.
So I'll just do an example here because I was asking a lot of questions. So I'm going to do these 2 areas here, right? So I'm going to go 1 and 2. I have to spend industry, so I put that back into supply. And then this would go up by 1. And then if I was doing this guy here, I would do 1, 2. I would spend 2 industry back to supply. This goes up by 1, which gave me a coin. And then because I did both sides of those, I would get 2 population.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you can do you can do these in any order. So if there was a situation where you needed a resource, you can do something, gain that resource, and then do something else to spend that same resource after you've gained it.
Did it say we can do as many as we want in a turn, provided we have the...
use land, industry, and population to make investments, plural. Let's start projects, plural.
Nice.
All right, starting projects on the bottom. All projects use land and population to gain effects and abilities. There's a variety of different projects to start, including 3 projects unique to your society.
Those are on the bottom?
Yep, the 3 we slotted in during setup. Some projects have immediate benefits.
Lightning bolt.
Others have ongoing, which is like a little cycle thing.
Yep.
And some have both, which would have both.
Yep.
Once a project is started, meaning filled with land, its ability remains active for the rest of the game. There's also a population discount when starting projects that are directly adjacent within each row. Okay, cool. So to give some examples. And it has right there. Perfect. So let's want to throw one right there on that 4.
On the 4?
Yeah.
Sure.
So in this scenario here, he already had that one. If he's going 1 to the right to the 5, instead of costing 5, it's only going to cost 4 population here because it's 1 cheaper because that one was already completed.
Oh, if I'm going here. Okay.
Yeah, now if you're going there. Yeah.
Got it. So here, when I put
Let's
that
just
down,
say you already had paid that.
I had to pay 4 to do that, but now, okay, so we're going here, like you're saying, so I'm going to have to put 2 in to do this one.
And you only pay 4 because the 1 is already completed.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This
one has an immediate benefit.
Yep.
So that would unlock me my 2H card as my immediate benefit.
If you started with the middle one, each the one on the left and the one on the right would be decreased by 1.
Oh, nice.
Because it says adjacent.
Okay.
So it's not across the row. So this one's not decreased by 2 because you did 2 of them.
That makes sense.
It's adjacent. So if you do the middle first, you're going to have a benefit on each side.
Good to know that it goes both ways. Like if I did this one first, then this one would still be cheaper.
Yeah.
So here's the question. If I have this one and this one, is this one now -2?
Yes. That was the 3rd example I didn't get to yet.
Sorry.
Wasn't there? Didn't go that far. I didn't skip it. I just didn't get that far in the book yet.
I didn't accuse him of skipping it.
Yes. Yeah. So if you have left and right, center is -2 instead of -1. All right. So that's the 3 phases of growth. So you have regional growth, treasury growth, project growth. Once the project growth is complete, so you've paid everything you needed to pay, it's now active. If you have a lightning bolt, do whatever the lightning bolt says immediately. If it's the little recycle symbol type thing, do that forever to the end of the game.
Forever. Nice.
And then you'll gain the VP on the right-hand side at the end of the game, assuming you've completed the project.
Cool.
All right. During the growth phase, in round 7 specifically, players have trait abilities. That will be outlined on the card. Is that round 7?
That seems like
yes,
yeah,
it is. This is the right. Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
going...
There we go. That's what I was trying to do. There we go. So it says specifically here, each player may spend 5 coins and gain 1 monument that they don't already have, so a different color. This can be the gray monument, if there is one left, or a colored monument, taking the highest value of that color. Additionally, they may spend 2 coins an infinite number of times to gain 1 land, 1 industry, or 1 population.
Nice.
This is showing that this is during the growth phase.
Yeah.
So you can do that and then put stuff on your board. You can put stuff on your board, then do that.
Nice.
You can do it in the middle. However it works out. Oh.
So it's just allowing you to potentially use up all your resources to your benefit right at the very end there to try and maximize your end game scoring.
Yep.
Which is kind of cool. Instead of doing the converting of what's left over.
Yep. And then it clarifies here for gaining monuments. Monuments are primarily gained by having a certain number of cards in that region. You may never have more than 1 of any color, including the gray monument. If multiple players were to gain the lowest value within the same phase of growth...
There it is.
No, same phase of growth.
No. I'm talking about, again, the gray monument. You can't have more than 1 gray monument. So, if
you
won this one and that one, you couldn't choose gray. That's why there's 2 of them, because each of us can only have 1 gray monument.
Yeah. If multiple players were to gain the lowest value at the same time, they would still collect a monument, even if some must take 1 of a higher printed value. Interesting.
Well, because these aren't points.
That's just the required indicator.
That's the threshold. That's why.
So it doesn't matter.
You'll get
if this is
the lower first.
This is the points that you're getting.
Exactly.
Yeah. So end of round. So that was all 1 round. End of round. Once all players complete all the phases on the agenda, continue the next round, revealing the next agenda. So you flip the card. And then if this is the end of round 7, proceed to end of game.
Nice.
So you would just literally flip the next card, start of round 2, and go through.
I like that they have this where it's like, okay, it's you're keeping track of how long you've been playing the game, and then also simultaneously it serves as your reference while playing, and the slight changes. Instead of having like a separate card deck for every single like round and stuff, it's good.
Yeah. So then end of game. After round 7's been complete, perform final scoring to calculate your power using all the categories. Oh. We're done with this anyway right now.
What's that? Oh, fun.
I actually hate that completely.
What doesn't matter?
Because you got to clean off the whole board. I wish it was a pad of paper. Just give me a pad of paper.
No, because then eventually you're going to run out of paper.
Hey, put more paper.
No.
We got plenty of paper.
This is more eco-friendly.
Use your agents to mark scores. So, yeah. So you just take one of those and whatever, because something could go in the middle to say once you've got 50, once you have 100, once you have 150, to just add it in. And
then it tells you all like the point values and
stuff.
Yep.
So here is final scoring. So let's throw this in the center. Right here. Boom. Yeah, so here's the scoring board. So you put your agent on 0 to start and 0 here to start. He would do the same. 0 here, 0 here.
Yep.
And then we move around. So first, calculate each player's score as outlined below. The player with the highest power is the winner. VP, per se.
Yep.
In the case of a tie, the tied player with the most bid cards in hand, not in vault, is the winner. If still tied, all players share victory. No.
No.
So that's a good reason to potentially spend to buy your cards back.
Yeah.
Towards that end, because you're like, ooh, we're kind of getting it close. I want to have the most bid cards so I can beat that tiebreaker.
Yeah, it could be a good, it could be a good reason also to throw the final like bidding phase entirely.
True.
Because
and just take the benefits off the losers and then be like, all right, cool.
Exactly, and then use those in that growth phase. So, okay, I'm going to bank points here, but no, I'm not going to take any cards. So that way I have the most here just in case there's a tie.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So here are the categories for final scoring. Number 1, island majorities. All players add up how many islands they have with that island marker.
Nice.
The player with the most gains 12 points. And this is shown very clearly on the top of your board here. Actually, I'll stop at your board right here. 12, 8, 4.
Yep.
Obviously, in a 2-player game, ignore the 4. This is a reminder of this is a reminder on the HT boards. In order, I love this clarification. That's phenomenal. Because it's something I would think of. In order to qualify for any of these, you have to have at least 1 island.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're second place and have 0 islands, you don't get 8.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If multiple players are tied...
I would have assumed that.
You would have assumed it, but it wasn't in the rules. But now it is.
It's
in
true,
the rules.
it's true.
If multiple players are tied, divide the power as evenly as possible.
Okay.
So add 8 and 12 together and get 10 each. Monuments are next. Gain power indicated on your player board for the rightmost monument space covered. Investments. Gain 2 power per card in your investment, or for the region investments. Gain or lose power for any treasury spaces. Boom, 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 boom.
Nice.
Including where links have been made. So like that 10 is a link because you had to have both of them.
Yep.
Projects. Gain indicated power for any completed project.
Nice.
So it has to be a filled completed project. It can't just be on your board. You have to have completed the project.
Mm-hmm.
Income. Gain the rightmost space of your income track.
Nice.
Boom, 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 right there. Stars. Over here. Gain power indicated below your rightmost remove star along the game board at the very bottom.
So here, if I had all the way up to...
You have to go left to right.
9 here. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh, you grabbed the 2 middle ones.
I started talking as I was taking them off. If I go all the way up to 9 here, I don't get 1, 3, 6, and 9. I just get the 9.
Yep. And then gain power from the trade route cards. Over here, for each trade route, you would gain whatever the number is listed.
Nice.
Again, you just go top to bottom. So do your islands, move your people. Do your monuments, move your people.
Nice.
Your agents. And so on until you figure it out. And it does show 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Exactly what those 7 things are I just covered.
Awesome. And for the island here, that's first, second, and third place?
Yes.
Of most? And I said that they were tied for...
You add the 2 numbers together. So if you're tied for first, that means we're first and second.
I thought it was, sorry, mister. I thought it was saying if you were tied for first, then we just divide 12 by who
No. It says add first and second together, divide that in half.
Got it.
So it says, for example, if 2 players are tied for first, add 8 and 12 together, divide by 2 is 10.
So 3 people
if
are tied for first.
3 players are tied for second, add 8 and 4 together, divide by 3, you only gain 4 each.
Divide by.
So if I was in first, and let's say we're playing a 4-player game, 3 people are tied for second.
3. Yeah.
Then 8 plus 4 plus 0 is 12.
Yep.
Divide by 3 is 4 play.
Yeah.
4 pieces.
And if 3 people were tied in a 3-player game for first place, we would add 12, 8, and 4 together and divide by 3.
Yes.
Cool.
Which is 8 apiece. Okay. So the last page here, we showed this off earlier. Next is there's all of the references of all the tiles. So all HQ boards have common star abilities and effects, and some have specifics. So each of our HQ boards could vary a little bit. We would read that off at the beginning of our playthrough, which boards we have. You have your conference tiles, your project specific to your player boards, or the general player. What? No, each of these are different.
Why not?
It says here they are. So I have Lethezo. Inherent, gain 1 land when gaining an island. You gain 1 population.
Oh, that's it. I was looking at the stars. The stars are all the same.
Star ability. When gaining trade routes, gain 1 and 1. Yeah, mine are different than there too. You don't know those. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. I don't know why I was looking.
Some was the same, some were different.
No, you're right.
Projectile. So again, it goes over all of those. This goes over all of the factions and how their setup is. It explains it a little bit on here. It explains it more in depth here and what different things occur. And then 2-player rules is pretty simple. Let's go back to the general. We have this bidding deck.
Nice.
So this is just a separate deck off to the side. There's just 2 different characters only used in a 2-player game. So if playing with 2 players, during setup, take a dummy deck. Each set consists of 8 cards, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Before each player places any bids during the bidding phase, both players must choose a dummy bid. The player holding the gavel places the chosen dummy card face down.
Okay.
The other player places it face up.
Okay.
To place a dummy bid, place the bid card from your set alongside any deed. You may stack up to 2 coins from your personal supply onto them. Once both players have placed the dummies, then go to your normal bidding phase.
Okay.
So for the bidding phase, the only change is you're going to place one of these dummy cards down first. I have the gavel. I place mine face down. He doesn't have the gavel. He places it face up. And then you can use coins from your supply to boost that if you like to. During the resolution phase, reveal the dummy bid cards like any other. The dummy bids can win auctions, but always lose in ties.
Okay.
So if they win, they win. If they're tied, they lose. If a dummy bid wins, simply discard the deed completely.
Okay.
Regardless of whether they win or lose, regardless of whether or not the dummy bid wins an auction, remove the dummy bid from play. So you're removing that card, that betting card, from play.
From the game entirely, okay.
So you're never going to keep going 7, 7, 7, 7. Eventually it's going to decrease, which makes...
Was his Friends?
I don't know.
7, 7, 7. Monica?
Never watched Friends.
What?
Well,
you're white!
Oh, it's SpongeBob. I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah, that too. Okay. So same thing.
And then it says and this is your choice in playing. You may want to have all used dummy bid cards displayed to allow both players to know what's been used already.
No.
Or you just put them in out of play.
No. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying. Just explain the rules.
I know, same for us now.
No, I agree. Aliens. If a dummy bid wins an auction using 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, and the planet is available for purchase, this is specific to aliens grouping here, faction.
They have a whole different deck in their faction that are planets.
Yep. Then the alien gains coins from the main supply equal to the value of the dummy bid. So the aliens faction will shift a little bit. Illuminati, influencers, tech bros, and vampires all may shift a little bit. I'm not going to read all of them off. But just pay attention to that if you're playing a 2-player game, if your faction is impacted.
That's cool. I like that. I like that the dummy cards get removed, and then it does function like Origin Story, where literally the card is just discarded.
Yep.
Like no one gets it.
So now, All right. So now this is the final chapter, which is specifically the Merica expansion of Secret Societies.
Can I just say really quick? I love that they, instead of doing like America or USA, they're like, no, we're gonna get the essence of Americans and how idiotic we can be, and we're going with America.
So this here adds just one little change, mostly with setup, or two changes with setup. So we'll show it off here. So the main game board starts the same. So you set up all your tiles, you set up your monuments, all the same. The change is these deed cards. So now use the deeds with the American flag in the center instead of the ones that did not have the American flag. You take that whole deck out and place this whole deck in.
Oh, it says take that whole deck out?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Cool.
So replace the original deeds with the Merica deeds. Replace your HQ board and your HQ card with your new, larger landmarks board, and you have your card associated to it. That card would slot equivalently like you did before in the first game, in the normal game. Each player will have 5 landmark tokens in the landmark tracks. Place 1 into the lowest space of each track, so you start at the bottom. And then place your HQ card as normal, gaining population or industry. Additionally, whatever spot you had, raise it 1. So I started with a black card. I raised black by 1. You raised purple by 1. All rules play the same except for resolving these cards. So all HQ boards have the same abilities now, except for 2 changes. Number 1 is our islands still are different per board.
So are these. These are still different per
board.
Yeah,
and those next.
Oh, you said all abilities are the same. So that's
it literally says all abilities except 2 changes. Change 1, the islands are different. Change 2 is you'll have 2 different things.
Yeah, but it's not a change, though. Like, those were different than the other ones also.
I don't know. I'm reading it. This literally says except 2 changes.
They're dumb.
I literally read what the book said.
They're being stupid. They must have made this when the original boards were exactly the same. And then they probably like, oh, wait, we should just make these different on the main ones.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm fun talking about it, all right?
Deed cards. In the original game, you could advance your satellite by gaining deeds that share a border, like with the little markers. This is not the case here. Instead, which instead have 0 to 2 icons depicting on 1 of 5. This is not the case in America, which instead have 0 to 2 icons depicting 1 of 5 different landmarks.
So here.
Yes.
And there.
Anytime you acquire a deed, place it following the original rules. So by color. For each landmark depicted on a deed card, raise that track 1 space. This includes the new for each landmark depicted on the deed card, raise the associated track 1 space. For each landmark of that type across all deeds above and below your player board. This includes the new deed and all previous deeds. So for example, if you gain a Route 66, which is the middle color here, the tannish color,
yellow, raise
it 1. The second time you gain his version of yellow, raise it 2 spaces.
It's the
third,
yellow.
Sure, Colonel.
Dijon.
If the deed you acquired has 2 different landmarks, resolve 1 in full before resolving the next.
Perfect.
Because
you could get more landmarks.
Yes. So and you could choose the order.
Nice.
There are 5 tracks. Some spaces feature different markers. When a landmark tracker moves onto or passes a space with a satellite, advance your satellite. When a landmark tracker moves onto or passes a space with a landmark item, advance that landmark track 1 space. This is always 1 space, not 1 space per deed, as like when you acquired a deed. It's just 1 singular space.
Yeah.
On the right side, all the way on the right here, you see these island markers. When the lowest landmark tracker reaches the row with an island, so all of them reach row 1, for example, you gain that island immediately, resolving any effects that benefit from gaining islands. These islands also count for conferences.
Yep.
Boom. So you would gain an island, quote unquote, and any island effects you have from your boards, you would gain that.
Yep. Cool.
There's just a large example of exactly what we just went over. And that's it. Those are the only 2 changes. The other things are there's 2 new characters. There is the banker, and then there's Spec Ops. It goes in detail about those. But that's it. Cool. Very easy expansion to add. Yeah. You're just adding a different track with some more comboing ability. Everything else operates as normal.
I like that. That's fun. Like the thematic element of the sharing borders makes sense in the base game, and then this is more of that Euro-y combo where you sort of like, okay, I'm gonna go for this card, not necessarily because it's in the same column as mine, but because it also has, you know, the red leaf. I wanted to get the like Canadian red leaf on there instead. So
yeah, so it's just in theory you could do either or. It seems like, to your point, it's just, do you want to look at the world as a whole and try to like match countries and borders, or do you want to just look at America and match the different groupings and the landmark group or the landmark tracks here?
Yeah, cool. All right, pretty straightforward.
Yeah,
I like. I'm excited to play, and you will see that because next we're going to be doing a playthrough of Secret Societies.
Yeah. Be up a few days after this rulebook rundown.
Yeah, should be fun with 2 players. You know, it doesn't seem like you're going to really lose anything at 2 that you would at larger player counts. Larger player counts, you just have more people bidding on stuff, which should definitely add to that portion of it. But you'll still get to do the comboing and stuff. If anything, it'll probably play quicker with 2, which is cool.
Yeah.
So excited. Definitely look out for that. But thank you for joining us here today, right now, for our rulebook rundown of Secret Societies by Garphill or Garphill Games. I'm Bob.
On board.
And we will see you, or we won't,
at the auction.
At the auction.